YouTube, how's everyone doing? Yakfish Taco here. Another beautiful day, another video. So right now I'm in Hong Kong. Just here visiting family for a few weeks. And we're gonna see behind me right there across the harbor. That's a cruise ship called the World One cruise ship. That we're gonna spend a few days on it. We're gonna be traveling from Hong Kong to Taiwan, across the Taiwan Strait, and we'll be showing you what this cruise ship is like inside, the amenities and the dining experience and the recreations and all that fun stuff. So, and first we're gonna get through this traffic jam right here, which is a cross harbor tunnel, and then we're gonna board that cruise ship right back there. So let's go. So we just finished checking in, and now we are at this big lobby waiting for boarding time. So the itinerary will set sail today, and we're gonna cross about maybe 390 miles of distance overseas to get to Taiwan. It will take about maybe 1 day, and then tomorrow we'll be in the port city of Kaohsiung in the southern part of Taiwan. And we're gonna, get on shore and explore a little bit, some street food, things like that. And then we'll spend another day coming back to Hong Kong. Just a few days out there. So I got my boarding pass together with my passport. I got through the security. Now we're heading over to the boarding ramp. So we embarked on a ship through the main ballroom, and it was a crystal ballroom. It's very retro. It's like 80s style, and this ship obviously is kind of older. So it'll be interesting to see the rest of the ship. I think our room is at the end of the hallway. Pretty much means that we're at the aft of the ship. And it's an inside cabin, so it's an economy cabin. So a lot of time people show you the premium cabins, but we booked it kind of late, and we thought maybe just for a couple of days, the economy cabin it's good enough. So we'll show you what it looks like. All right, so this is what a econ room looks like. It's a very small room. It's got the, let's see, that's the bathroom. And then it's got one twin size bed, a vanity, and a bunk bed, and a small closet right here. Oh, yep, the small closet, tiny. All right, here's the deal. So I just heard overhead the announcement telling the people that there are upgrades to balcony rooms, and we're gonna go find out how much that is. So now we have checked out the really tiny economy rooms. In the inside, there's no windows. You don't know what's going on out there, whether there's a tsunami or there's a storm. But hey, if the upgrade is reasonable, I'll definitely go for an upgrade. Let's go check out the upgrades. Oh, roast duck. Okay, so the upgrade was pretty cheap. It's 650 Hong Kong dollars for the upgrades. So that's about 90 US dollars. That's a good deal with a balcony with a view. So let's go to the room and see what the room looks like. Alright, so this room is very small, but definitely a lot nicer than the inside cabin that we were originally in. So it's got a lot of wood trim cabinets. Got a little mini bar without the mini bar items because it will cost you extra. And it's got a queen size bed and with a small fold out small bed. So it sleeps about 4 people. So if you have like a small family, that will work. And that's the balcony. So we're on the starboard side of the ship, and that is the starboard side of the bridge where the crew and the captains operates. So this is really the front of the ship. Pretty much like we're just a few rooms from the front. And this is the 10th floor. I think this is the top floor. I'm not sure. Either the top floor or very close to the top floor. And the starboard side, we're gonna catch a lot of stars. And there's one vanity. So it's really humid, so you can see the room try to get unfogged with the AC running hard. It's got a hair dryer, and it's got a lot of plugins. Hopefully some USB for my phones, and the TV. And then the cabinet. So this is the one side of the cabinet with a safe with some drawers, life jackets for 4 people. And this side is the sort of a dresser cabinet where you can put all your luggages. And a very small but functional bathrooms, toilets, center sink, and then a small shower. Reminds me like of an RV. Super happy with the upgrades for about $90 US. Yeah, I think a lot of time they don't fill up the nice rooms at when they're booking, and so you just book a cheap room, a inside cabin economy room, and then they will have make announcement for free upgrades when guests don't show up, and usually half price off for upgrades. So yeah, that's the trick. So our first meal is gonna be at this pavilion. Apparently the ship has set sail without me actually knowing or noticing it because it's so quiet, and I did not realize the ship set sail until I look out the window from my dining room. Then I decided to come out and take a look. So the sun is setting, so the ship set sail around 6:30, and then we're gonna have dinner, and then I will check out the ship after dinner. We got the bok choy with mushroom, braised pork with wood ear mushrooms, grilled salmon, more mushroom veggies, chives, and we got a soup, a chicken soup, and we got some sort of appetizer, some fried tofu with mayonnaise. So this is a free meal. I can't complain because it's my first meal and I'm hungry. So, and the teriyaki flavored salmon is pretty good. So overall, it's a nice meal, decent meal. All right, we're leaving the Hong Kong water and we're heading out to the open ocean. Hong Kong is behind us. We're on the starboard, and those are really bright buoys. It's telling us we are on the right channel. Really bright. That is the last buoy of the Hong Kong water, and then after that we are in the open ocean. So Hong Kong's back there. Those are the islands. Those are the last islands of Hong Kong. We're passing that buoy, getting into international water. We're at the top deck, at the pool, the jacuzzi, the center pool, surrounded by 4 corners with jacuzzi. Ship. And on the deck, there's another pool back here. There's nobody here tonight. And that's Hong Kong back there. That was the last buoy. So this is the arcade room where all the kids hang out. So we're at the bow of the ship on top deck. This is where the lounge and the casino. We got a slot machines and we have a high rollers desk games in there like baccarat and blackjacks.
Thank you. This is for you right here. Thank you, Freddie.
Cosmetic shops and casinos on the 8th floor. So this is the deck right above the main floor, and more luxury items. Watches, jewelries. Very, very commercial. This is the Japanese restaurant. So we're at the aft of the ship where the Zodiac Theater is located and where people catch the show. Alright, so I got my free coffee from the casino. That's the only thing I got from it. I didn't gamble. So they did not allow filming inside the casino, so I just grabbed my free coffee. And that inside reminds me pretty much of a typical smaller tribal casino in the US. You got your slot machine, you got your blackjack tables, and you got your craps tables, and then roulette and all that, you know, the typical games. So nothing special. It's almost midnight and this place is happening. Everybody's tired but hungry. They all want to get their midnight snack. So I got my fish ball, my fish porridge, and my fried noodle, and a steamed bun. So because I'm hungry. So yeah, let's eat. Good morning. So we're sailing about 22 knots towards east, a little bit southeast direction. That's why the sunrise is going to be on the other side. But we're going to be in Taiwan about noon. So starting last night 6 p.m. and noon, it's about maybe 18 hours of sailing for about 400 miles. Looks like I missed the sunrise. I'm on the port side, and so the sunrise probably around, I don't know, 5:30 or 6 o'clock. This is right now 6:30, so I totally missed it. Maybe tomorrow when we setting back the other direction, we'll catch it. All right, time to hit the gym. Look what I got here. Early Birds gets the weight room all to himself. My own private weight room. All right, guys, I'm gonna hit the gym, do some weights, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So after the gym, feeling really good, but also getting really hungry. So I'm heading over to one of the restaurants for breakfast. The dreamy dining room. Eggs and beans, sausage, potatoes, pancakes, croissant. Very continental.
Black sesame.
Porridge with all the condiments. All the pickle toppings for the porridge. Omelets, eggs, and more eggs. So we got dumplings, we got porridge, we got steamed buns, Chinese vegetables, croissant, salad, fruit, eggs, and bacon. So Chinese, Western, continental, everything all rolled into one meal. Wow, that's Taiwan right there. Oh my goodness. We are here. All right, after sailing about 18 hours, we finally seeing land, Taiwan in the background. So the ship was sailing for about average 22 knots on the display. And this ship was made in Germany back in 1990. It weighs about 75,000 tons, 280 meters long. That's about 800 some feet long, and then about 32 meters wide, about 100 feet wide. So it's not a big ship, but it's traveling at pretty good speed, and it's pretty stable. Like the whole time I didn't feel like the ship was sideways or up and down. So but plus I think the sea is pretty calm in the last couple of days, so that helps. Captain's Bridge. Let's go check it out.
Hopefully you don't get dizzy. Okay.
All the navigationals. Cool. The port side. That's the main bridge. That is the Perry class frigate that is currently in the Taiwanese Navy. Well, it looks like we're getting pushed and turning around, and that looks like our parking spot right there. So I got my backpack and I'm ready to disembark the ship, but I'm gonna my buffet lunch first before I go down to the on shore to explore the city. So overall, the lunch is not bad. It's buffet style. It feels more like a cafeteria buffet, but you know, it fills the stomach and get me the energy to explore the city. Hot, hot. Welcome to Taiwan. Super hot. First time in Taiwan. Across this pedestrian bridge to go into the city from the port. Across the bridge to the city, and that's downtown, and that's our ship right there. Such a nice and quiet neighborhood. So I got to my favorite local spot. It's my favorite spot anywhere. Starbucks, just to chill out. It is so hot out there. I think it's like almost like 100 degrees out there, like 36, 37 Celsius. It's just so hot. I'm like melting. So I got my cool iced latte and just chilling out, charging my phone. It's a nice place. I'm back in my room and nice and cool up here. It's just so hot down there, and so my sort of the half day Taiwan Kaohsiung excursion is over. It's a nice place, very nice and quiet. I mean, it's more quiet today than usual because today happens to be one of their national holidays. It's a Dragon Boat Festival, so it's being observed and celebrated in Taiwan here. So that's why the street is kind of quiet, which is nice. You know, it's not busy, and then really get to soak in the city. So yeah, now it's time for dinner. So I'm at this Star Dream restaurant, sort of a semi-formal, semi-casual. You know, as long as you're not like wearing like a tank top, they will let you in. This is my appetizer. Another appetizer. That's the filet mignon with the chicken breast. The spaghetti plate. That's the fish fillet. So now I can recognize this fish fillet came from the buffet line at noon. So it's the same fish from the same kitchen, just at different restaurant. Time for dessert, my cheesecake. And the mango ice cream. So the dinner was kind of disappointing. I think it just the concept of Western meals, Western cuisine, is a little bit different here. You know, the way that they prepare the steak, the chicken, the sausage, the way that they describe it, the way they prepare it, it's just very different than what we used to know in the West. So I rather went with the Chinese dinner instead of the Western style dinner. But if you don't know, you never try, then you will never know, right? So that was that. So that was a formal dinner place where you get to choose a Chinese style dinner or Western style dinner. So we chose the Western style just to to see how it is, and it wasn't something that I would recommend. Bye. Thank you. I finished my run, so just want to relax a little bit. And there's a water slide right there that I might want to try it too. Depends. I think it's not running right now, so we'll see about that. Oh, sorry. 卤水站。We're heading back to Hong Kong right now. That's Hong Kong Island, like some of the outskirt islands, and we're gonna have our last lunch. We got about 2 hours to port in Hong Kong, so that will sort of end the journey. Braised meat, we got fish, deep fried fish, we got assortments of vegetables and more vegetables, some tofu right there, more fish, I don't know what that is, some kind of appetizer, some shrimp scampi, and more vegetables, bok choy. Lunch is pretty much very typical Chinese fare. The taste is okay. Definitely not something I would describe as gourmet. It's more like cafeteria food, plated and put it on the table. It's something that for the masses. If you want something more gourmet, you have to pay to go to some of the finer restaurants. So the tugboat is pushing us back to the terminal, so that sort of ends my 3-day short cruise from Hong Kong to Taiwan. So if you ask me, do I recommend a cruise like this? I would say yes. You know, if you want to experience, you know, a short cruise, an Asian cruise, definitely try it. You know, just a few days. It's very cheap. It was like $560 US for an inside cabin for 3 people for 2 nights, and we upgraded to a balcony cabin for only $90. So for $650 for 3 people, you know, with a balcony for a few days on the South China Sea, why not, right? But if you want to have an incredible, unforgettable experience, like what you get in the Caribbean cruise, this might not be the cruise for you. It's a very different experience altogether, right? So if you are more adventurous, if you try it, yes, I would recommend it. So I had a good time. I never tried this cruise before, but I came in with a lower expectation. It did exceed my expectations. So I had a good time. I enjoyed it. And so now I'm back in the city. I'm ready to try something else. So long from Hong Kong. See you next time. Signing off.